Hello there! Quite a few people have asked me recently about this kind of question, where you have a fraction with a number on the top, number on the bottom, and a few exponents of variables, of letters. So let's see how to solve this kind of question. I would first start by splitting it up into the number part, the A part, and the B part, or whatever letters you have. So first, let's do the number part, 80 divided by 15. And then we'll do the A part, A squared on the top, A cubed on the bottom. And finally, the B part. I've got a B cubed on the top and a B on the bottom. So these three fractions are all multiplied together. I've just broken them up. You can imagine there's an invisible time sign between the 80 and the A squared. So that's why these are multiplied together. Okay, well now that I've split it up, I can handle it one part at a time. 80 divided by 15. Can I simplify that fraction? Is there something that goes into 80 that also goes into 15? And the answer is yes. 5 goes into them. So I can simplify this by dividing them both by 5. 80 divided by 5 is 16. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, so that's simplified. Now this one, I've got A squared on the top and A cubed on the bottom. So we could write this as A to the negative 1. Why? Because a fraction with two exponents and the same base, you need to subtract the exponents. 2 take 3 is minus 1, negative 1. So it's A to the power of negative 1. And finally, this part here, the B part, this one's trickier a little bit than this one because the B doesn't have an exponent there. But if there's no exponent, you can just imagine that the exponent is 1 because B is the same as B to the power of 1. So now I can simplify this the same way. I can use the rule that if I've got an exponent on the top and an exponent on the bottom, they have the same base, the same big letter here, it's going to be B to the power of 3 take 1. 3 take 1 is 2. And again, that is multiplied. I don't know where my multiplied went. Let's pop one in. Pew! There it is. So now to simplify, again, I can't simplify this because there's nothing that goes into 16 that also goes into 3. This one, I've got A to the power of negative 1, and a negative power means that you flip it. The A was on the top, but now it will be on the bottom. So a negative power means that it flips from the top to the bottom. If there's nothing left on the top, you can imagine that there's a 1 on the top. And finally, the B squared. You can imagine that the B squared is on the top. If you've got something that's just by itself, it doesn't look like a fraction, just imagine that it's at the top of a fraction. And now let's read off to simplify. On the top, I've got 16 times 1, which is 16, B squared. And on the bottom, I've got 3 times A, which is 3A. And that is how you simplify these questions. If you want more practice like this, you'll want to try question 5 in 2B.2, E, I, K, and L.